day, everybody. If you watch this channel, you know that most of my videos are me going to or leaving the park with my puppy, Kenzie. I don't know if she's in the shot, but anyway. Today I'm coming back from the park. Now, the reason I go to the park is after clicking my keys all day, I want to unwind, and it's a beautiful, nice, relaxing thing to take her to the park. The park I go to is Bronte Creek Provincial Park. It's a conservation area, and so this dog area that they have for Kenzie and the other puppies, it's not just like a field with like wood chips. It's got a field, but it's all these trails. It's probably about 2 kilometers worth of trails that go through the park, and it's a dedicated area for dogs. It goes through the park, you know, up and down hills, through the woods, you know, along a ridge here and there. And, you know, she loves it. She can sniff, you know, in the grass for, you know, deer poop and stuff like that. But the fact that it's a conservation area means that there's always the risk of, like, wildlife coming across, you know, crossing your path with wildlife. But, because, you know, if you go early enough, you'll see coyotes. If you go late enough, sometimes you'll see deer. But I have never seen what I saw today. So along this trail, there's like this path that goes up a little hill and then goes down and runs parallel to like alongside a creek, little tiny shallow creek. But at the end of the creek, or the head of the creek, I don't know which, there's this little basin, like almost like a glorified puddle or a tiny little pond. It's, you know, 20 feet across. It's about maybe 2 feet deep. But, you know, a lot of dogs love to go in there and they love to like jump in the little pond and like get wet and get muddy, you know, much to the chagrin of their owners. Kenzie's not really interested in the water at all. She's an island dog, but for whatever reason, she just has no interest in going into the water. She might go up to it and like put her paws in it, her front paws, and like lap some water out of it, but she doesn't go swimming. She doesn't go into the pond. And I'm thankful for that, because today what I saw at the pond was something I have never seen before. So sitting in the pond, floating around, are these 3 ducks. And this isn't a big pond. I've never seen ducks in there. I've never seen any waterfowl in this little pond. But there's these 3 ducks, and they're just, you know, bobbing around in the little pond thing. And Kenzie, you know, we come up this hill, and Kenzie's at the top, and she sees these ducks, and she's kind of curious. But she didn't bolt for the ducks. She just sort of walked up, which is strange, because normally when she sees wildlife, she just bolts after it and it takes off. And I thought, you know, these ducks, they're probably going to take off, right? They're like, they may have a nest nearby, and, you know, they're not going to go far, but they'll probably take off if a dog comes bounding up against them. But they didn't. She got to about like 3 feet from the edge of the little pond, and these ducks, I thought for sure were going to like swim to the other side, waddle out, and take off. They didn't. They start swimming towards Kenzie. Kenzie's just standing there. And then they waddle out of the little pond. And Kenzie backs up a little bit, but she doesn't leave. She just kind of actually sticks her nose out to sniff the ducks, because she's never seen them before. And then they waddle over to Kenzie. And then they start nipping at her. They start nipping at my dog. Kenzie like freaks out. I was glad she didn't like freak out and attack one of them. She just freaks out and like backs up real fast. Like the way she jumped, it was funny. It's like almost like when a cat gets scared, it like jumps like straight up. This is almost what she did. It's funny. And you've seen Kenzie, she's got these long legs. She can really leap. Anyway, she backs up, but I couldn't believe it. These ducks, these 3 little ducks, and they weren't little. They were like adult sized or you know, adult ducks. Like they weren't baby ducks. And I thought, well, maybe they're protecting babies nearby, but it was like I think it was 3 females, because the mallards, they have like the green shiny head if they're male, right? Anyway, I didn't see a green shiny head, so I think they were female ducks. Anyway, she takes off. The ducks don't chase after her. They just sort of like stand there for a second, and then they wander back into the pond. But I couldn't believe seeing these ducks. These ducks come right out, plain as day, casual, all casual like, and they start nipping at her. They start biting my dog. It's like they were trying to eat my dog. I shouldn't really be surprised though. She is purebred.